So I'm recording. Do you guys have um, any idea or any thoughts on what cryptocurrency is at the moment?
Not really, no.
Okay. And then I don't know who's the 702 number. I don't know if you can hear me or if you're able to speak. No? Okay. So, so cryptocurrency, I'm about to get into it. When you think of crypto, think of cryptic. And usually when I think of like cryptic, it's like a different language. And so I'm essentially going to be speaking in terms of a whole different language. And this language is like computer based and money based, essentially. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay. Present. Here we go. So intro to cryptocurrency with me, Ray Grillo. And who am I? I am a spiritual entrepreneur. I started investing and trading in cryptocurrency last year. I've been watching sort of the stock markets and stuff. I started with stocks and then got into cryptocurrency because of some friends. And since then, I've just really enjoyed it. And it gives me the freedom, security, and time that I was searching for with the work that I was doing before. So I used to be working like 60, 70-hour weeks, not really the nice pay. And now cryptocurrency has sort of turned into my main source of income to where I just have free time to do whatever I want and to spend the time that I want with my son. So, going into the blockchain, I don't know if you guys have heard of blockchain, but blockchain is what many cryptocurrencies are based off of. This is what Bitcoin is based off of. And so what a blockchain is essentially is a bunch of sequences, which are then turned into blocks. Usually these are just like different numbers, whatever it might be, that numbers, letters that are put together, and then they are chained in sequence with each other. And so what ends up happening is like when there's a transaction, everything's recorded and it's recorded on this blockchain. And when these blocks are tied together, they're irreversible. And so when these blocks are being made, they're irreversible and they also have a time stamp on them, which makes up the blockchain. And so Bitcoin is based off a blockchain. Um, Going into now, which this is the whole thing with Bitcoin that makes Bitcoin so like special, and what everyone sort of likes about Bitcoin is that you can have decentralized blockchains. And now the sort of system that we have with like the banks and everything is centralized. And what I mean by centralized is that there's one group of people or one person that is controlling the money. So, like our banks or the government are really tied in together. And so they essentially, they're like, okay, well, we're going to print this much money. We can do this with this money. We can send this money over here or wherever. So they sort of have a hold on money. And with decentralized, and what the whole big thing about Bitcoin is that these blockchains back here, the blockchains allow a system to be completely transparent because everything is one, it's not reversible, and everything is has that timestamp in it. It's like, and everything is recorded on the blockchain. And so when you go into the records, everyone, you can see every purchase and every transaction that was made on this blockchain. And it's a series of networks that brings it together. It's like, it's a community based thing versus having a centralized thing where they just like hand out the money, they can print it out, hand it out, whatever it might be. The decentralized one, there is only so much Bitcoin. You cannot print any more Bitcoin. It's just based off of how many Bitcoin there is, and that's it. That's as many Bitcoins as is going to be. And not just Bitcoin, there is also other things like Ethereum and other coins, I should say. Ethereum being the next one, I believe, on the big scale, like um, next to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is more of a decentralized blockchain. And there are blockchains that can be turned into a more centralized system if, say, a company were to have all their information stored within their database, within their computer network, then that would be more of a centralized thing. Bitcoin and like a decentralized sort of blockchain is something where multiple people, the community, essentially the world, can get in onto, and it's decentralized, it's a network, it's open, it's public. And so people are able to see what's going on. And so that's the whole big thing about it with, everything with the money. It's like a lot of people is like, well, the rich just keep getting richer. And also they have like control over our money. Like the banking systems have control over the days that we're able to get these transactions or are able to ship things or send things or whatever it might be. And in Bitcoin, it's open 24/7 and it's a lot nicer. So that's one of the big things on the blockchain is the transparency. You can see through it, you can see everything. They're like you can't really do anything shady on it. I mean, there's a thing called like market manipulation and the whole like if you saw like the GameStop thing and on the stocks and AMC where companies were putting out articles that GameStop was going to go down and they're betting against GameStop stocks to go down so that they can essentially win or get more money through manipulating the market that way, having people sell out, like betting against shorting on GameStop. Um, yeah, so the transparency is really big on the blockchain. Is there any questions on blockchains right now?
No, I understand.
Okay. So the person or I shouldn't say person, it's anonymous. Like no one really knows who did this. It could be a group or it could just be a person. But Satoshi Nakamoto is the alias behind Bitcoin. So this is who is said to have created Bitcoin and the network. And it used to just be a hacker, like just people into coding and used to hack into things. And you'll see that things or on the Bitcoin charts, that they go by Satoshis, which is sort of like, it's like less than a penny is a Satoshi. And I'll have to show you guys that in a bit. So yeah, so the big thing about cryptocurrency and what makes it so great is that it is open 24 hours. Like stock markets are not open, banks are not open 24 hours. The transaction speed is fast. It's really fast. You can just send money across the world in like less than 15 minutes, depending on the size of the money. You do not need identity or identification verification. Sorry, that's like a weird tongue twister. Um, you don't need to verify your identity. Like you can put money onto exchanges without having an ID. And so you could be anonymous when you do this. And then also just the community and the networking makes it to where you just have like that support system. And so a bunch of people, like anyone can do it. Anyone is able to get onto the cryptocurrency network as long as you have internet, a phone, and a computer. So decentralization, I did go over a little bit about that, but that's like a big thing with Bitcoin and like the whole DeFi. You'll see DeFi a lot and like the DeFi network. And so it's just a network of people instead of like a centralized person controlling everything.
Hmm.
So, and the security behind this is really big as well. And so these blockchains that I was saying earlier, they have codes, and in each block, there's a thing called a hash. Okay, someone is joining. 1 second. Hello, welcome. Okay, so when we do, so the security is a big thing on it, and so on the blockchain, there's a thing called a hash, and this hash and hash symbols and stuff is in each of these blocks on the blockchain. And they're like, well, why can't people just hack into Bitcoin? Like they can hack in and take my money. Well, they would need on this blockchain, it's always made in a sequence. And so it's like that sequence from before is copied. And then when it's copied, it's added on to the next sequence. And so you would have to go back and change 51% of these blocks within the blockchain. And by that time, it would be you need so much energy to do that, and you would need a lot of time to do it, a lot of resources to do it. And Bitcoin by then, or any currency by then, wouldn't have any worth to it.
Wait, quick question.
Yes.
So you said the hash are in the blockchain.
Yeah, it's like the hash is like what they call the symbols or like the sequence within the block.
So those are what records.
That
They're
is
called
what
hash.
that sequence or like timestamp is like the time
Uh-huh.
is that's what is recorded within the blockchain. So within each block, like this right here, it's called a hash.
Okay.
Just the sequence is called a hash within one block.
So there could be multiple hashes in the blockchain, or is
Mm,
there only one?
Just one.
There's one sequence of numbers in the blockchain.
Yes, because it's per transaction.
Okay, so there could be, so obviously there's multiple blockchains.
Well, the chain, there's multiple blocks. There's a ton of blocks within the blockchain. So imagine like a chain link
Okay,
and
a chain
they
link.
link together. So each like link on a chain would essentially be a block. And so
Oh,
that's
okay,
why
that
they
makes
call it,
sense.
yeah, because it's a sequence of blocks. And that's why they call it the blockchain. And that's what Bitcoin is.
So it's only one chain, which is
One continuous chain, yeah. Which each transaction it gets added on to the blockchain. And it's
okay.
recorded in a public system.
And you're saying that nobody can hack into these blockchains and take your money.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I'm saying you can do it. However, it would not be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it in the end because it wouldn't be worth anything by that time that you did it. You would need to go in and you would need to change 51% of the blocks within the blockchain.
Okay, I
I'm
see.
talking about like probably millions of transactions right now.
Okay, so obviously every second there's something being added to this chain link because
Yes,
these are transactions being made by multiple networks of people.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I get it now. I get it. Okay, you can move forward. I got
Yeah.
it.
And like you can see how it would be hard to manipulate and change things around.
Yeah.
Okay. So the security is really good. And then there's another thing called mining. You can mine Bitcoin. So like how we mine ore or gold and how things were based off the gold standard or like the money what used to be based off the gold standard. Um, you can mine Bitcoin. I personally do not know anything about mining Bitcoin. I know that you need some resources to do it, but I do not have the knowledge. I think you need like $5,000 to $8,000 worth of equipment in order to mine Bitcoin, but I just personally have not dived into it. Um, and so yeah. And then there's this thing called halving Bitcoin. So every 4 years, Bitcoin gets halved. And usually at the halving, which happened last year, that's when like Bitcoin typically skyrockets up and you'll see like the all-time highs during or after the halving of Bitcoin. When I say the halving of Bitcoin, it's like the market supply it turns greater because the Bitcoins that were once in gets essentially halved. And so like more people can purchase Bitcoin. But the thing is that again, you can't, there's only so much Bitcoin. And that's why you'll see like different things or people saying like the goal would be back then to own like 10 Bitcoin. And now in like 2060 or 2050, it would be a goal to own like zero point 0.1 Bitcoin or something because it does get halved. And so that's why the
The-
price goes up.
Wait, so every 4 years, there a thing called halving
Yeah.
Bitcoin. So are you saying that the value, not the value, I'm sorry, not the value. I'm talking about, you said the market, would you say that goes up?
The market supply
The market supply.
or market cap,
So,
which I would need to learn a little bit more about. This is just me sharing some with you. So I have only
okay.
been doing this for a year. Yeah. Um, but I do know after the halving, I think that the important point is that it does get halved and it like used to be a goal to have like one Bitcoin and stuff like that. But as time goes on, like you'll have like a point something Bitcoin versus like a full, unless you have a full one, then that's awesome. But I think that's why how it can be lengthened out, if that makes sense. So like
So when,
all of Bitcoin can be mined um I think by the age of 2060.
okay, noted.
So I'm not sure what happens at 2060, but right now, and of course there's other coins that are following um Bitcoin's path or journey as well. And so I'm pretty sure like things will change and like more and whatever else. So I don't know. I just know that cryptocurrency, for me personally, I feel like cryptocurrency is the future with the way that the fiat system is what is the US dollar is on and like all the other like foreign currencies, that's the
Mhm.
fiat system. Um, and so I believe cryptocurrency is going to be the next major system. It is a totally new language, I feel like it's like learning a whole new language.
Yeah, it does seem like
Yeah.
that.
Um, okay. Anything else?
If I, no, I'm cool right now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I am going to go into the different resources that I use and that has helped me. I don't have YouTube on here, but I'll dive into that a little bit. So investopedia.com is a great one. Let me exit out of here. Let's see what time it is. Okay. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you still?
Yeah, I see like your whole computer.
Okay, cool. Um, Okay, so this right here, I will send to you guys on a Google Drive doc, but this
Hmm.
is like the visualcapitalist.com. And this is a great web page to see all the world's money and how it's like where it is. So right now cryptocurrency is right here. And each of these squares, I believe, is $100 billion.
Wait, what are you talking about? I don't see what you're saying.
You don't,
Yeah, I don't see the squares.
okay, one second.
Hi, this is Autumn, by the way.
Oh,
I had to use my mom's Zoom because mine was tripping. That's why I was late.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
This is recorded, and so I will be sending the video, and you'll be able to see the first beginning parts too.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can share the screen again. Okay, is it working now?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So each of these squares are $100 billion. So the silver, cryptocurrency, this is where all the money is. And
Wow.
so like you can actually
Oh,
see like what's up and what's going on within the world and where the
Jesus.
money is allocated.
I knew Amazon would be up there. Wow.
So
So what did the green squares mean? The purple squares and the what's that worth?
so governments like households, the global debt,
global debt.
households,
Wow.
governments, non-financial corporates, and then the financial sector. This is real estate. So you guys can go and check this out. It's really interesting to look at. Like, and me personally, I don't quite understand these derivatives yet. So I have to do a little bit more. Oh, what's a derivative? A derivative is a contract between two or more parties that derives its value from the performance of an underlying asset, index, or entity. So this would be really cool to check out, and just knowing where the money is great because money is just an energy. And if you think of energy like flowing, like money will just flow from one way to the next way. It's sort of like, have you seen like the level or like on a level, you'll see like the ink blot within that level like move and like it's like when you
I
tilt
know what
it.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's money. It's just it moves from one way to another. And I would also I use Robinhood. You can also use different things to check out your stocks, but you can see between the markets. Like some days when crypto is doing really good, I'll notice that my stocks aren't doing as well. And then the money will move, and then I'll see my stocks. Sometimes they'll be great, and then crypto will be going down. And so the money is just moving different places. It's never like created nor destroyed, just like energy. It's just moving.
I see.
Oh.
So
Um,
really quick though, really quick. So this page right here, it's basically a tool I can use to see where the money is going so I know where to put my money.
no, it just gives you an overview of like where money is within the world.
Oh, where it
You
is in
can
the
know.
world. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was just giving you an idea like, oh, hey, put your money over here because this is what's the money's at right now.
No, no. I mean, you
Okay,
would
never
see
mind.
trends. You will be able to pick out trends after watching for a little bit.
Okay, this is just something fun to look at then. Like this is where the money's
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
cool.
being able
Okay.
to see what's going on. This is from 2020. I'm pretty sure they have a new one, 2021. And then this website is just great to look at.
Okay,
I
noted.
also to learn a lot and to read a lot about all of this stuff. Can you guys see this page too?
Yeah, yeah.
I use Investopedia. Um, this is one of, and I'll send all of these links to you guys. But this is an important place to go and look. You can look at the education. I don't know how to move.
Ooh. I saw 401k, so I'm actually curious about that one.
Yes, they have
And the
stocks.
Roth.
So they have a lot of stuff in here. They have the different markets that you can look at. They have like news, investing essentials. So this is a great place to start looking. Um, and then here is another, oops, here's another one that I use, and this is Trading View.
Trading
I have like a little
View.
crypto folder, and I suggest that you guys get a crypto bookmark place for your crypto stuff and your learnings. Trading View is another thing that I use so that I can look at my charts. And they also have news, and people will share stuff about what they analyze for the day. I suggest you find someone that you resonate with and that does more of like the technical analysis on on trading. or I mean fundamental too, but someone who can do both of those, the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis, I feel like is great. And but it seems like they sort of go from one spectrum to the next. And personally, I don't think there's any right way to do it. People will argue that this is the right way to do it, but there's no right way to do it. It's just about what you feel like is right for you and what fits to your needs and caters to whatever you are feeling. And so that's the important part. And that's why I'm showing you guys these resources so that you can start learning and picking things up um, easily for you. And so that you can make your own distinctions between what you feel is right and wrong. So TradingView just allows me, can you move you again? Okay. I'm just going to go to one chart. So this one is Ethereum and Tetherus chart, but that doesn't matter right now. Just looking at the chart. And then also when you guys come on here, your charts will probably be green and red versus pink and blue. I changed my colors to pink and blue because I feel like it's cuter to look at. Okay, we have another person. So are you guys able to see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So on here, you're able to like draw lines. So like when you do your technical analysis, like you're able to draw lines. You can draw pendants.
Wait, I don't know what that means. So what do you mean when you say your technical analysis? Or what do you mean by that?
So technical analysis is like looking at these charts. So I would look here and I see, so I'm looking at the candles and I'm going to guess or assume which way the stock or the currency is going to go by looking at these candles, at these lines, the moving averages. They have different moving averages that you can put on. And so it depends on what you like to look at.
Oh, okay. So this is customized to you.
Yes. And everyone has
Okay.
they have different ways of doing it. Like this one right here, this shows the RSI. So I use RSI. I look at the signals over here. I look at this
Okay, I see.
line, and each thing has a different thing to it. They have the volume right here.
I see.
So TradingView is great. I believe they do have a free version. And then you could also like stuff like I need to move this thing. Okay, so on TradingView, you're able to see different charts and different times. An analysis, technical analysis, you'll see that there's different trading times up here. So I can look, let me make this bigger. So I can look at this chart and each candle, you see these candles. I wonder if I can make it, I'm trying to zoom in a lot. So it's like
those pink and blue ones?
Yes, which will, for you, will be red and green. Unless you change it to pink and blue.
It's going to be...
The pink one in this case is red, and the blue is green for me. So
okay, got it.
Green means it's a bullish candle, and red means it's a bearish candle. Bearish means it's going down. Bullish means it's going up. And so each of these candles represents 15 minutes. And if you see over here, it says 14, it's counting down from 15. And so that's when that candle is going to close, is after that 15-minute mark. So this candle was 15 minutes. This was 15 minutes ago. This was 30 minutes ago, so on and so forth. And so I can go up here and they have like second trading. See, I would have to upgrade. You have to upgrade to see like the seconds and stuff, or like the lower times. And those usually would be used by a trading style called scalping. Scalping is where they do like those seconds scalping and they like buy sell every minute or 3 minutes. So that's a really fast, that's day trading. That's really fast paced trading. And with scalping, you would want to do more like if you had a bunch and you want to sit there all day and you really enjoy it, you know, and that would be a bigger portfolio would be my suggestion, because I don't see how it'd be worth it with the fees. if you're doing like stuff like $5 and you're just trying to make stuff happen with $5. Like, I don't see the benefit in that. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, maybe you might make like 100 or something, but it would just be better for like more like you're trading $3,000 at a time, $4,000 at a time type thing. So yeah, and like the one that I usually, me personally, that I look at when I'm looking at these charts, and start looking at the charts, and you can change this when you go on TradingView. You can get it on your phone. You can get TradingView. You can go on, go to your computer, which I feel like it's easy on your phone, and then your exchange. When I show you the exchanges, they'll have stuff as well. And so the reason why I'm showing this one first before I even show the exchange is because I feel like it's important to start looking at the trends in the markets. Right now, cryptocurrency is going big, and but I want you to watch like the highs and the lows. It seems like every 2 weeks it's like going up and down, up and down. And so watch those trends. Start seeing the patterns, and not just like in cryptocurrency, but in the stock market as well. And you being able to just going on this and also on the NASDAQ would be really beneficial for you to know, because again, like money is always moving, it's flowing, and it's good to know where money's moving and flowing. I know there's going to be a ton of questions on the technical analysis. However, I don't want to get too far into that. All these symbols, they all mean a different thing. It took me a long time to learn all the different symbols, what they mean, how to follow them. But for now, just look at the trends, like follow the lines, like more like longer based 4 hour stuff, like weekly stuff, monthly stuff, and see what happens with the candles and the way that the lines are going. Is there any questions on TradingView, what it does? There are other like graphing sites, like I think like Bitsgap, but I personally prefer TradingView, so that's why I'm showing TradingView. No? Okay.
Okay, you're good. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the next thing I'll show you is an exchange that I use. I use Binance, and then I use CRO, or crypto.com is where I keep my money now. I used to have Binance EN, and I used to have to use like a VPN, like a different computer address to put me in a different country to use it that way, because there's so much more coins outside of the US, because the US sort of has a problem with cryptocurrency, or did have a problem with it, even though they're trading in the international markets, but I won't go into that. So, so this is Binance. This is the exchange I use. An exchange is a place where you're able to trade your money. So this is where you would put your money into and start trading and using this exchange to do that. And if I go back to, sorry, my allergies. Can you guys see the screen again?
Yeah.
The presentation screen, or are you guys still on?
Oh no, I'm still in the finance.
No, okay. So I won't trade back and forth. So with Binance and like crypto, I suggest that you also get the Google authentication app. And again, I'll send this all to you. But the authentication, so I'm going to log in now. So it has me verify. And then I'll go to my phone. Also, having your phone and the computer at the same time really does help. And I go to the Authenticator app on my phone, and then I press it, copy it, and then paste it in. And then this is my Binance. This is my exchange. So I can go here. I don't know if it's okay. So here, when you get verified, you can have up to like $1 million like withdrawal limit. I think when you're not and you don't have your stuff on, I don't know if you can anymore. When you guys sign in, you guys will have to let me know. But I believe when you do get your address verified, it is like 5,000 that you can withdraw in a day. And so it's going to tell you your balance, all this and that. And this is, you can deposit And so now it would be easy to deposit money. I feel like you can do wire transfer. I've done wire transfers where I've moved a lot of money here, or you can do, or use your card. Me personally, like I have Clark County Credit Union, and so it's been really difficult with them trying to move my money over. But if you have a bigger bank system, I like Bank of America or like Chase, I feel like those visas would be easier to use. Because my bank, they just have so many annoying things about it. So you can deposit US dollars onto here and you can withdraw it. And the great thing about crypto is like you can do fiat, crypto, you can see your deposits. And all of this right here are my different wallets that I have, and they go by address. And so the reason how I'm able to move my money from one wallet to the next wallet is because I'm sending it through these addresses. And so also people can send me money, like say I'm like, oh, well, I really want some Ethereum tokens, or I'll take Ethereum tokens, or if you have them, I'll take them. And so just send this much Ethereum to me. And you can do it that easy. It's like Venmo, but with crypto. And that's why I use the crypto.com so I can send my money to anywhere. And it makes it super easy. Transaction speeds fast. Like I think the longest I've had to wait was 20 minutes for a transaction. And excuse me 1 second. Oh, my allergies are so annoying. Okay. And so that's Binance. And then I'll give you guys a refer code for that so you guys can get signed up. Um, Once you feel like you're comfortable and ready, it doesn't matter what amount that you put on here. Just go ahead and put an amount on there. Honestly, okay, hold on. Start off with $100. If you're gonna start with anything, start off with $100. Don't go more than that. Just start trading $100. Like, yeah, it might be cool. You want to start making money fast, but it does take time. And in that time, you're going to learn a lot of lessons. And take it after me, who didn't follow this. I just went gung ho in. And so my trades, a lot of my trades ended up tanking, and I lost quite a bit of money, and I had to wait for them to go back up. And so I learned a lot of lessons. I didn't trade all of my stuff, but in that learning time, I was able to like learn. I'm like, okay, cool. Like now I can do this. And then you start to build that confidence once you start growing your portfolio. So don't start trading more than $100. Like just put in 100 and start off with that. Don't do any more. Start learning. While you're learning, look at the Investopedia, look at some YouTube videos. I'm planning on having some more videos on the technical analysis, but in this right now, we don't have time to go over that. And when you're trading, so this is back when I started trading. I didn't even finish it because I use something else now. But I would use this with the CRO if you end up using crypto.com as your exchange, because they don't have a history thing. But it's good to get a Google Sheets and start recording all of your trades. Um, I do the crypto, the one that I bought into, the date that I bought, date that I sold, the time, buy price, the quantity, and the sell price. And I do put the fees, I put the fees in on this one. Um, but again, this is like from May last year, and I don't really use this anymore, but I will start using this again for the CRO or crypto.com. Oh, I'm sorry. This is another great tool before I go into 3 commas. This is another great tool. It's next to Investopedia. I don't know why I got moved up there, but you can go to the different articles and see different articles and news that they put up and charts and tools. And so when you start doing more technical analysis, this is great way to look at different charts and what they mean and how they go, and like you can see different patterns. So yeah, just right now it's going to seem like a lot and you're like, what the hell is going on? But once you start learning which each little thing is, the charts are going to get so much easier. But for right now, just look and follow the patterns, and then you can start learning the charts on here and like what happens and where they go and whatever else. Okay, so this is one of the things that I use. Let me log out real quick. So this is one of the things that I use, and you'll find that this problem runs up when you're starting to trade and you're like, you can put the alerts on too on TradingView. You can put little alarms to tell you when a certain coin or stock hits a certain price. And it's a lot of planning. And so when you're planning it out, you'll be like, okay, well, I really want to buy at this number, so I want to buy at $10, and then I'll sell it at this price at like $17 or something. And so when you're doing this, it's like, oh, well, how do I know when it gets to $17? Well, you can have the alarm, but you might be busy and stuff. It goes by fast. Sometimes like the wicks on the candles will hit, and it's just like something like super fast, and you can miss your target price. And so that's why 3 commas is amazing, because you can put your cryptocurrency stuff into 3 commas. You can do different sell targets, which I suggest doing. You do different targets for your money. And if you do end up hitting, like, you want to set one at like 10% gains, and then at like 15% gains, and then 18% gains. And then if you want to go to the moon, you do 22% gains. Like each of those different target prices is about the amount that you invested into. And so the whole thing about this is like, it's cool if you are able to hit you'll hit your target price at your first, take profit level. And then you'll have another take profit and you'll hit that level, and that'll be cool. And so if you are able to hit the first 2 levels, and then you'll end up changing like a stop loss higher or whatever else. And then it will help you still make money without losing it all, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense right now. It's probably a lot of jargon. To
It all makes sense later.
Yeah, it'll all make sense later. So this is it. This is the chart. And here I have my Binance exchange attached to this exchange. And so attached to 3 commas. And so I'm able to see what's going on. And so here's what I was talking about. Like I have this, we can do, I have like 0.01 Elrond Gold available right now, the bought price, the current price of it. And so I can go to take profits here. And then like you can add this and you can like split your profits. So I would do like, it went up a lot. This one trade. Okay, so you can do that. You can do split profits, and then it'll be like 25%. And so it mostly just helps me. It automates my trading experience, so I'm not spending all my time looking at the charts like, oh shit, did it sell? Oh my gosh, I missed the price, so I didn't sell it at my goal. And so this does it for you. Like you can put in like, this is my game plan. You put all the information in, and then boom, you're cool. Like you don't have to look at it again. Like you can go down here and you can see how much you've made or how far you've gotten. And then like it's here. Like you can see how much has gone down. I didn't put a stop loss on this one, on these ones, because I feel like they're just going to go up. I knew that they're going to go up, and they have been going up. So I just was like, okay, that's cool. So yeah, you can see the percentage, how much you've made. And so I feel like it's really great to track your makings. And then also you'll be able to see how much you've actually made, which actually makes it easier for your taxes. So everything in 3 commas is just amazing. I love 3 commas. I use it every single day. And if you want another, this is another resource that I use too. I do all my crypto trading on the computer, and even on your phone, they have it on the Brave browser. So like, there's Safari, there's Chrome, and then there's just Brave. And so you can end up earning rewards and stuff through their BAT token, or you earn BAT, which is the basic attention token. And you start earning rewards, and it just has more security and less ads than the other browsers. It has more security for your trading, because you can be hacked. Like I know I was talking about the blockchain earlier and like people manipulating Bitcoin. But your personal wallets and stuff, like your computer information can still get hacked. And so that's why this is usually better. And then also just better privacy for other companies, like the ads, how, like Instagram or something, they'll pop up all the ads that you've been talking about and like watching. Like, so if you don't want that and you don't want a browser to be showing you all of these like stupid ads that you don't want to see, then the Brave browser is pretty cool. Okay, I am going to stop this real quick and then share again in the presentation. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so crypto.com. So it's more so an app, and it's going to be the crypto.com app. And it has like a little lion. Let me go on to it. And so it's like another little exchange. And on here, they have different tiers. And you can use your card. And so I honestly don't really have any money in the fiat system anymore. Like I have some money on like my debit card and in my bank, but most of my stuff is in cryptocurrency now. And so I'm able to use cryptocurrency to pay for my stuff. I'm able to top off this card that I got from them. And because of the line that I'm in, I get 4% back. But their free card, you can get 1% back on all your purchases. So if you end up wanting to stake, which staking means it's like you're putting a stake in the ground and you're investing this money into their CRO token, they will, since you're staking in them, they will give you more benefits to it. Like I get free Netflix, I get free Spotify with it, and free Amazon Prime with the CRO card, which they refund me or rebate me back with CRO tokens. And so the tokens, you can stake at the amount that you stake in, which I think the lowest is 5,000 CRO tokens, which I'm not sure what it is right now, what price it is at. And when you do that, I think you get their tier 2 card, which is like 2% back on all your purchases, and then all these other rewards that you get for it. And then you can just use that card to pay your bills, to pay whatever. And also you can sell and trade on the CRO versus a different exchange, if that makes it easier for you. But I do feel like Binance for me has lower prices or lower fees, and so that's why I use Binance. Okay, and then one more thing that I use is I have an Exodus wallet. And so an Exodus wallet is not really, it's a different type of wallet. It's like a hardware or software wallet, which then I can get like a hardware wallet. And this right here is a ledger. And the ledger is sort of, it's money, but it's like hard money. It's like physical cryptocurrency money. And I can put my money on here, and then I can go and I can connect it up to the computer. And then I use Exodus, and I use Exodus to like transfer my money over from the ledger to Exodus and so on and so forth, like back and forth if I need to. And then from there, I can use Exodus to transfer my money to an exchange if I want to move my money around. And but yeah, so you can have like hardware money on a ledger. So there's a lot. There's a lot to do and a lot of learning. And yeah. So I'm going to go into the ticker symbols for you guys, just so when you're looking at the charts, you can understand what's going on. So these are the stock symbols, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this, right? Like
This.
Yeah, for Bitcoin.
Yeah. So BTC is Bitcoin, ETH is Ethereum, Litecoin, Chainlink. And these are all the ones that I would recommend looking at right now and keeping an eye on and investing into. I mean, there's more, but these are the main ones that I've been basically looking at. So USD, you'll see this right here. You'll see like BTC, USD, and that's Bitcoin against like the US dollar, or that's what people are trading it in. And then you'll also see USDT. And so this is Tether. And what Tether is the cryptocurrency equivalence to a dollar. So it's like a 1-to-1 with the US dollar typically. And this is what you call a stable coin. And you'll see a lot more like BTC USDT on exchanges, or like Ethereum ETH USDT, and people will trade with the stable coin versus the dollar because you have to switch it over to a cryptocurrency. So this is the equivalent to that. There's also the Binance USD, which is another stable coin. There's different coins for everything. Everyone's doing their own thing, it seems like. And so you just have to find the sort of stable coin that you use. And it, again, this is what I use. I typically will trade in Tether. I don't trade in the Binance USD, which I probably should, honestly, but I don't. So this is what they end up looking in or looking as. And so if I'm, say I have Tether and I want to trade Bitcoin, or I want to buy Bitcoin. So this is what I would look for right here. And say for the next one, you can also trade Bitcoin. These are all different currencies. So you have to think of it that way. If it's not making any sense to you right now, then you have to sort of be like, okay, well, Bitcoin is its own thing, and Bitcoin is like maybe like, I don't know, the German dollar trading against like the Japanese dollar or something with like Ethereum. So if you take it in like sort of that glance too, and like you're trading two different things, then or currencies, then it might be easier for you to understand it. But right now, so Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin as well with Ethereum. So you can buy different things with different other coins. And so the pricing will like fluctuate as well. This BNB right here, I could buy a Bitcoin and the Binance coin if I wanted to. It just depends what you're comfortable with, your knowledge on it. Right now, personally, I usually do USDT or Ethereum. I trust in Ethereum and I trust USDT or Tether because it's a stable coin. And then I also am thinking about trading and looking into doing the Binance coin because I do use Binance a lot. Okay, is there any questions? I'm pretty sure there might be a bazillion questions about this, but is there any questions that I could answer right now? You might be a little bit overloaded, and that's okay. But
So just to understand, these are, so can I, you know how it says Bitcoin slash USD? That's saying that I can use Bitcoin to buy USD?
the other way around.
The other way around.
Yeah, so you're using USDT to purchase Bitcoin.
And I'm assuming this is like, you can, let's, for example, can I do USD with Ether, like ETH? Can I do that?
Yes, so you can buy Ethereum with Tether. Yes.
Oh, it's Ethereum, my bad. I thought it was,
You're okay.
Okay, cool. Okay. So
So
you
it's
can,
kind of interchangeable. Like you can buy the US or you can buy the other stuff with the USDT.
Yeah, typically yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You do have to trade over from USD to USDT or another stable coin in order to make purchases.
there's no fees, right?
No, there's fees. There's fees.
There's always
Wow.
these.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I say Binance has like lower fees, and that's why I use Binance. For
Makes
me,
sense.
yeah. And I guess I just used Binance, and I'm just comfortable with it. Like I've tried using Gemini. Gemini was so expensive, I just didn't even bother anymore. And then there's Coinbase. A lot of people like Coinbase. But and there's like different exchanges again will have different coins on it. So it's good to research the exchanges and then also research the different coins that's out there because you want to invest your money into essentially a bunch of into startups, which a lot of cryptocurrency is, a lot of the coins are. You want to invest your money for the long term in those, because and something that you believe will work in. So it's all about belief. If you believe in a technology, you believe in a system, whatever they're selling, whatever might be the company be that's backing the coin, that's what you want to invest your money into. So if you don't believe in it, don't invest into it. Just because everyone else is doing it, it might not, it just won't work out for you. You have to really truly believe in the program and what they're doing with the technology in order to invest into it.
Noted.
And then like a lot of these are like newer. Well, Chainlink and like Litecoin. So that's like another thing. Like Litecoin and Chainlink, they basically sort of follow Bitcoin too. Like you'll notice a lot of different coins following Bitcoin. I feel like Ethereum is sort of going on its own way though. So doing its own thing here soon, to be honest. But I still feel like Ethereum is a great investment. I love Ethereum. I love what they do, the DeFi. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the abundance mindset and how important it is to have an abundance mindset. Abundance mindset is key. And this is something that I have to keep watering. It's something that I have to keep practicing. It is work. And trading and these investments, they will play with your emotions. They will play with your mind. And if you are not controlling your mind, then it's going to mess with you. And you're going to FOMO in. You're going to buy when everyone else is buying. And that's not what you want to do. You want to buy when everyone else is selling, because then the price drops, you buy at a low price, and then you sell when everyone is buying. So when it goes up, 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 and then that's when you're like, okay, cool, drop, and you'll be able to do the technical analysis and like looking at when things will rise and fall. But that's essentially it. Like you want to buy low, sell high, and you're making money off of people losing money. That's mostly what it is. But again, it's that flow, the energy flow going back and forth. And I mean, there have been days where I was down like, I want to say I was like down $11,000 in a day, just in a day. Because all my trades, when Bitcoin skyrocketed, all the altcoins all went down and they dropped, and all of my money was in it. And I didn't get out. So I didn't have a stop loss. And so it's important to have a stop loss, but I didn't have a stop loss. And that's why I was down that much. And so that messed with my mind. But I had to remember, like, it goes back up. I'm not going to sell out of fear. And I'm just going to wait for it to go back up. And then I'll sell when I'm ready to sell. And what do you know? Like now it's up and now I'm up. And I won't make the mistake of never setting a stop loss again. And that's where, your mindset, you have to really work on that faith over fear, because there's a fear and greed market. And if you're fearful, you're going to lose money. You have to have faith. You have to be like, you know what? It's going to go back up. It's a great project. That's why I invested into that coin or that project or that stock, because I believe in the company. It might be down now, but it will go back up because it's an amazing company. And so on those down days, you feel like a loser. You're like, fuck, I lost all this fucking money. And it's, and it's a little sad, but then it's like, okay, well, we'll go back up. I'm not going to worry about it. Time, it's a long-term game. Long-term. You have to think long-term. Get the making money fast out of your head and think long-term. Start thinking about like retirement, like think that long if you have to. But it is something that you do have to really dive into, start learning the technical analysis, start learning what the lines mean, and start watching just as the charts go up and down. And so with that, you can hire me as your coach, and I have a membership that will be $57 a month. And so you have access to the Crypto Queens Facebook page. I will be doing monthly live group trainings. You'll have the community support, and whatever I am doing with crypto and whatever I'm learning, I will be also training you guys. And so I'll be doing like more of the technical analysis what this means, how to transfer money from different wallets, and so on and so forth. And if you really want that one-to-one with me, the one-to-one crypto coaching, then that's going to be $1,200 a month. And you have unlimited Voxer support, you have membership perks for 3 months with this, you have the community support, and then you're able to have the monthly live trainings with me and the group ones. But you'll also have access and trainings privately with me when you schedule those out with me. I didn't put that in here, I forgot to put it in there. And so if you still want to keep learning, continuing to learn with my support, then join the membership or do the one-to-one coaching. And then, is there any more questions? It's been an hour, and so I'm going to stop this. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of questions, but and there's a lot to take in right now. So just
See,
to take your
just
time
to-
with yourself.
just to kind of understand the whole crypto, at this point, you want us to pretty much learn the charts. Because obviously I'm not going to know what I'm looking at if I'm not understanding, like, what does this mean? What does this mean?
Yes.
And stuff
And
like
so
that.
in the membership, I will be doing more videos on how to read the charts and how to read a candle, what a candle is, like the more technical analysis stuff, the differences between that. However, the Investopedia, just start like looking up little things. I would start looking up blockchain, and then I would start looking into different coins. I think that would be
Right.
the first step from here, is start looking at just the different coins that are in cryptocurrency. And then from there, like learn what they do, learn the difference between centralized, decentralized.
Mhm.
The DeFi, like DeFi is pretty big. I mean, but there's other coins. Like there's a safe token or coin, safe coin, that is backed by a company that actually has a physical product. And so there's some stupid like Dogecoin. It's just a meme coin. Like people can just make coins, and it's a pump and dump. It's what they call pump and dump, where it's like, oh, it has like all this hype, and so people buy into it, and then it dumps down because influencers are like, oh, I got all these people to buy into this coin, and so now I can sell. And so Dodge is a freaking meme coin, so stupid. And then also there's, what was it, a taco coin, and it's literally like a taco emoji coin. It's so just watch out for those different types of coins. Like you're gonna see a bunch of different coins on there, but um like Ethereum or Cardona. Cardona, I feel like is a sleeping giant. If you have money to invest, then I would invest into Cardona right now. That's my that, and like Ethereum is like my, oh, and Elron Gold. If you're, I would check out those. Those.
Wait, so it's a bad thing that if the more people buy into the coin, then most likely it's going to get sold?
I mean, not always. Well, I mean, that's what happens. Yeah, it goes up and down, but like not always. Like people are saying like Bitcoin's gonna go to 100K and this and that. You would just have to make your, but who knows? No one really knows if it's gonna go up or down. No one knows.
True.
It's all
True. It's
assuming.
flowing.
Yeah. And it's just like no one, like someone can say something and the next day it could be totally wrong. It just depends on the news, depends on what happens. No one actually truly knows.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And so that's why
Yeah.
you can just guess, you can assume, and through that technical analysis you'll learn.
I'm going to
Or
research
fundamental, yeah.
coins and techno analysis of it. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
And also fundamental. So technical and fundamental analysis is important. So look at
Write
the
that down.
coins, find things or find companies that you believe in, and then start watching their charts. Start looking at how the chart patterns are. And there's like candle stuff. I will be probably putting out more videos on cryptocurrency too, just like how to use the resources better. But this is just the intro to it. There's so much. There's so much to learn. So yeah, is there any more questions?
I'm okay on my.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch what I missed
Mhm.
understand more. But if I do have any questions, could I just message you?
Yeah, go ahead and feel free to DM me.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. So it was great having you guys, and thanks for joining. And yeah, DM me if you have any questions. And I'll
Okay.
be sending all the reference links and different websites to you via email.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.